Good morning, my lovelies. You join me in the Honourable Shison, whose battery is not quite as well charged as it could be. Never mind. Topdon to the rescue. Oh, get in. All right. Let's get this sorted. What's happening? Oh, okay. Press the Jensen. Oh. There we go. That should be it now. Oh, need to put the boost back on. There we go. Okay, and now it's time to set off on what is going to be my last drive in the Honourable Shison. And that is not something I ever thought that I would say. Nonetheless, here we are. Right. Oh, don't stall. Here we go. Jolly good. Now, my plan was, and I did have a plan, darlings. My plan was to use this journey to tell the story of Shison, how they first came into my life and the story as it unfolded. But it's Monday morning and I'm too bloody exhausted to talk, so I think I'll just be lazy and play some clips of previous videos. Sorry about that.
Beauty is light, light is life. Sweaty pants, clean body.
Well, that wasn't the best day, but all's well that ends well. I'm safely back home and the new car is here. It's a bit dark to show you it really, but it is a Rover 25 pre-facelift stroke project drive 1.6 iXL Stepspeed, and it's quite nice really. Yeah, horrible day. Had to get the train to Liverpool. It was smaller than usual. There were no seats. It was horrible. And then when I got there, as I knew it was, the battery was flat on the car, and because I was travelling on the train and I live in the middle of nowhere, I couldn't carry anything with me, so it was an AA job. But the AA were really good actually. They were there within, it was about 25 minutes, and simple jump start, and got home without any issues really. I'll show you the car later, but it's in silver. It's the same colour as my 45 and 75, but it's in much better condition. It's a nice spec. It's got electric sunroof. It's got the CVT Stepspeed semi-auto whatever transmission. Beautiful unmarked black leather. Lots of things work. Couple of little issues, nothing really serious. But check this out. 2 original keys, original handbooks, whatnot, and nice case. And check out the history. These are the most recent MOTs. Oh, better not show you the address. But loads and loads and loads. It's had a fortune spent on it. That's all rather nice. Time for a bath, I think, and a glass of wine, and hopefully I can show you more of the car tomorrow. Okay, before I have my bath, I've got to show you this. Come with me. Pardon the wind noise. It's a bit breezy up here in the peak. Behold the magnificence of the Rover. Remote central locking. Check out that leather. Oh, gorgeous. Bloody hell, it's cold. Oh! Let's just fire the beast into action. Listen to the mighty roar. Look at this. How orange is this? This is brilliant. I love this. But here's the best bit. If you're of a certain age, this will take you right back. Check out, can you see it? It's a bit dark, isn't it? But check out the Blaupunkt stereo with removable faceplate. And it's got a cassette. I love cassettes. Yeah, listen.
Spilt down ever from the dank thoughts that shiver upon the sigh-full branches of my mind. Such is what is to be the pulp so bitter, how shall taste the rind. I dimly guess.
Brilliant. That's my father's Richard Burton cassette. And yeah, it still works. I love this. And it's got stack CD system in the boot, which could possibly work, you never know. And it has a wireless. It doesn't take much to please me. But there you go. I just had to show you the magnificence of the orange and this amazing stereo that is just the best thing ever. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, good night. Light comes on, 10 stack CD. I'm doing all of this in the dark and it's completely pointless. And I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm filming this using the very latest of technology in about 1993. I'm filming this on an iPhone 6 and the video keeps turning off and I don't know why. And it's annoying. And I'm cold. Goodbye! Now I want to turn it off and I can't. Stop, you... Right, time for a little bit more on the new car, the Rover 25, the Rover 25 1.6 iXL Stepspeed automatic Tiptronic CVT thing. Where did I get to? 5-door twin something or other. Anyway, yeah, that I picked up last week from Liverpool. And yeah, just time to say a bit more about it. I had no intentions of buying this car. The reason that I did, I've got a bit of history with it. My ex-partner, who when I met her, was doing a master's in Swansea, came to live with me at my little cottage in the Peak, and decided that she wanted a car, and she's only used to driving automatics, so we were just looking for a little automatic. I found a Mini that I thought might be suitable for her, but she found this and wanted this because she kind of likes classic stuff or semi-classic stuff rather than modern. And at the time I had a Rover, well, I've still got them, a Rover 45 and 75 in the same colour as this, so she had a hard set on it, so not the most suitable vehicle, truth be told, but hey ho, she wanted it, she got it, and she bought it. It was her car, her money, so so there we are. And then back end of last year, September, she went off to do a doctorate in Liverpool, and took the car with her, didn't get much use, and then she didn't like where she was, so she moved to a different apartment, and she didn't have any free parking, and she didn't really want to pay for to park a car that she wasn't going to, well, she just really wasn't using. So she asked me to help her to sell it, and I said yes, of course, yeah, no problem. But you know, when push came to shove, I thought, oh no, I can't. We've got history with the car, we've got happy memories, We had some awesome days out last summer. I discovered Chinatown in my local city of Sheffield that I didn't even know existed. And we had some adventures, and you know how it is, you get a bit of an emotional tie to a car. So I said, well, look, you know, I'll buy it. And so there you go. I wouldn't have chosen it, to be honest, but it's cute and I do kind of love it, but mostly because it's got that bit of history. But onto the car itself. I'm parked up by a main road, so it's going to get noisy when I get outside. So I'll do most of it inside. And of course it's dark again, isn't it? I mean, I'm just a bloody vampire. I never seem to come out during the day. Okay, it's a bit dark, but if you have a look around, it's got beautiful leather interior, pretty much. Well, it's unmarked, not a blemish, not an ounce of damage. I love the orange display. It takes me back to when I was a kid and these things were kind of newish. I've already done a video on the onboard gramophone, which I think is fantastic. It's got a 10-stack CD in the boot. It's got radio and it's got a cassette, and I do love a cassette. And I've always got one card on the fleet with the cassette, and the last one with the cassette was the Galaxy, which I had to scrap a few months ago. No, I didn't scrap it. I sold it to somebody who's going to do all of the welding and whatnot himself and make it all wonderful and magnificent again, which is good, because it was a nice thing. But that was the last one that had a cassette, so my cassettes have been sitting unloved until now. Now I have a cassette again, which is great. So that's great. I love the well, the gearbox is a bit weird. I'm sure I've driven CVTs before. I've driven pretty much every car in the world. I was in the trade for a long time. But it's weird driving a CVT. You don't get that sort of discernible gear change going up. You just the revs, and you know, unless you absolutely bury the throttle, the revs just kind of stay the same and the car just gains pace very, very slowly, but it is fun to drive. It's very chuckable. These are not a bad thing. Just down there where you can't see are front electric windows which work. There's a cigarette lighter which works. There's an ashtray which is fully operational. The clock works. All of the dials work. It's done quite low mileage, 61,821 at the moment. I've already done a video showing all of the history. Fantastic history with this car. There's some wood or plastic wood, a little bit there, a little bit there. You can't see a thing, it's dark. Pointless. Why am I doing this? I have no idea. What else? Oh, sunroof, which again you can't see. I will do one in the daylight, I promise. But it does have a sunroof, tilt and slide with a pulley backy thingy. It doesn't appear to leak, touch wood, and it hasn't got any of the saggy headlining that these things are prone to, with the exception of this bit just here at the front where it's just started to pull away. So I'll either do something with that or completely ignore it, one of the two. Gorgeous in the back. Don't think the back seats have been sat in. It's got a nice armrest. But the biggest problem by a mile at the moment, heater. Now, I've been doing some online research, as you do. Everybody becomes an expert mechanic thanks to the aid of good old Google. And these are prone to some heater issues. And naturally, this being my car, it has all of them. The first one is the spinny. And that's what it does, spinnies. If you yank the knob off, you can see that it's split. And the reason for that is that the heater control valves apparently tend to stick for whatever reason, and the cable gets kinked up because this operates the flap I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I just sat on Google for 10 minutes. Now, I've had a fertile under the bonnet. I've tried moving the heater control valve by hand, which I've managed to do, but there still doesn't seem to be any bloody hot air coming out. So there might be some air in the system or something, or the engine could be just about to blow up, or anything of that nature. So it's freezing, absolutely freezing, and there's probably other issues as well. I drove it home from Liverpool. I've driven it around a bit. Temperature gauge stays just there where it should do, unless it doesn't. Every now and then the gauge just starts to rise, and then the cooling fan kicks in, and so I wonder if there's a thermostat issue. I wonder what a thermostat is. I wonder where it is. Is it in the glove box? I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not even a tinkerer. I can barely top up the windscreen washer, which is the only fluid that you're legally required to have under the bonnet. I know this thing. What else? Oh yeah, and the other thing on the heater, another common problemo, is the resistor something or other. So off works perfectly. It's off. 1, nothing. 2, sod all. And then it works on 3 and 4. Except that it blows air out, but the bloody air is cold. Oh, actually there might be a little bit of warmth there. Just a tad. But I do love this car. I do. Let's get out and have a look. It's going to get noisy now. Apologies for that. Let's have a look around it. This used to be the big Tesco's, and then the Tesco moved to the other side of the roundabout over there, and this was just well, it was still the disused Tesco for ages, years, and then Arnold Clark kind of took it over. Anyway, car. Oh, there's a bit of light there, look. Pretty standard road. I mean, it looks tidy from 10 yards, but then there are the bits that you're going to expect. Front wing, there. Mentioning going to Chinatown has made me fancy some Chinese food for supper. I think I'll head to a takeaway. Catch you later. I do love this pair of viaducts. Living under a viaduct would be rather cool, wouldn't it? Unless it fell down on you, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, your Monday morning thoughts and prayers. 4, on your right hand side, a fallen brother, the Freelander of broken dreams. It doesn't get any better, does it? Poor old thing. Now, when this car first came into my life, I didn't have a YouTube channel at all. And then when it unexpectedly came back into my life, I had just about got a YouTube channel, but I wasn't really doing it properly. But it wasn't Boaty's World, no. £500 cheap car challenge. That's what this channel started out being called. And then it had a fairly major rebrand. Here we go. Time for the Monks Road. So what's happening today? Why are we on the Monks Road? Well, it's a Monday. We normally go to the yard on a Monday, don't we? But it is the big car swap day. All of my regular viewers know this. They've all been heavily involved in the build-up to today. But in case you're brand new and haven't got a clue what's going on, I am swapping 3 of my cars for 1 other car, basically. Here we go, darlings. Time for the good bit. although visibility isn't the best today. We certainly can't see Snowdonia. Actually, we can barely see Manchester. Good morning, Jesus. Blessed art thou. Well, it's only polite, isn't it? I nearly didn't expect to see that. Well, here we are then, darlings, in Milne Row, and we are about to successfully complete part 1 of today's adventure. Oh look, tractor! I'm still absolutely knackered. Not bad time-wise. A little bit late as usual. It's 12:36, so I'm only 6 minutes behind schedule. Now that's pretty damn good going for me. And here we go. There's a dog. There's an Allegro man. Wilma's looking happy. Right, let's get this gate open. Hello, darling. Hello. Bless her, she's such a lovely dog. Right, just shut the gate. Right, now the last thing I'm going to do with this car is the radio needs the code because obviously the battery went flat. So I'm going to put that in. Save Mustard or anybody else having to work out how to do it.
With cooking sauces and stocks in them.
There we are. That's done.
And you know it's the cat.
That's done.
We do, yeah.
And I'm going to
viral posts around it. You know, it must be 11 o'clock somewhere, and people begin to drink them and kind of tongue-in-cheek jokes, which you know we're fully behind. We love that. We're not too serious. We think that actually bring a bit of.
I'm also going to set the clock on the radio.
And let me bring in a branding and packaging specialist, Claudia Costa Rouse. So Claudia, tell me, why are brands doing this? We heard, didn't we, just there?
What time is it?
If you think it's
12:40.
partly because
Is that
advertising on
correct?
social media has become so
Yep, that's
expensive,
exactly correct.
you know, they have to find ways to grab some attention without paying for it.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, nice to be here. Yeah, I think the first thing is really to be eye-catching and memorable, and that really does drive sales. You know, if you choose an unconventional packaging format, you immediately stand out in a sea of pretty similar-looking competitors. And I recently read a stat that said 81% of customers tried something new because the product packaging caught their eyes.
There we go. That
Really,
is the clock
it's really powerful.
correctly
And particularly for
set.
young brands, because you know, as you've been saying, they don't have the budget for big splashy advertising.
I want to leave it all correct and working and whatnot. Okay, let's pack my little bag and move on to the next stage of the journey, which was going to be jumping into that car there with that man there and that man over there that you can't see because he's not in shot, but you will catch up with him very soon. Right, see you in a minute.